So just a few days ago, Bol Bol was traded to the Detroit Pistons in exchange for Rodney McGruder. Obviously, no one's worried about Rodney McGruder. Everyone's focused on Bol Bol. And honestly, to start his career in Denver, Bol Bol was getting absolutely no minutes. And now in Detroit, it's looking like he's going to get more of a chance. And basically, in today's video, I'm just going to be giving some reasons as to why this Bol Bol trade is going to be absolutely amazing for Bol Bol and the Detroit Pistons. But before we get into the video, I ask you to drop a like on this video as it does help my channel grow. Subscribe to my channel if you want daily NBA content. Also, if you want to reach my goal of 3,000 subscribers, also drop a comment on this video as I do respond to all of my comments, and play that outro. First reason I think Bol Bol going to the Detroit Pistons is a great move is simply because of the reason that the Detroit Pistons are a rebuilding team. This literally is the perfect situation for Bol Bol since he's a very young player who is obviously going to make some mistakes. And the team that's perfect for him is Detroit because that's a team he's allowed to make mistakes on. As we all know, Bol Bol has spent most of his career on the Nuggets, and in his time with the Nuggets have always been a team that was trying to make a deep playoffs run, and they're always a team that was at the top of the Western Conference, meaning they weren't really trying to have a 20-year-old play significant time and like make a lot of mistakes and just not be a NBA ready player. Even though Bol Bol in his limited minutes would play well, he was just never given a proper chance. And on top of that, when you realize he was playing on a team that literally has the best center in the NBA, it was very unlikely that he was going to get consistent minutes. But now in Detroit, they don't even have an amazing center or anything like that. Sure, they have Isaiah Stewart, but he's not an all-star or anything like Jokic, who is a superstar. So Bol Bol will definitely get an opportunity to play consistent minutes. He might just get the chance to grow and develop. And honestly, I think that's exactly what he needs to strive as a player. He doesn't need to go out there and drop 20 points, but he just needs to show improvement and show that he's a good player. And I think that's exactly what he's going to do. The second reason I think Bol Bol going to the Detroit Pistons is a great move is simply because Bol Bol in limited minutes has shown potential to be a great player. As I said, in Denver, he was on a team that was trying to win, a team that already had a superstar center, a team that already had depth in their front court, so they didn't really need to play him. But now that he's on the Pistons, he's definitely going to get a chance because it's not like Bol Bol has played bad in the minutes we've seen from him. He's been given some minutes so far in his career, and so far we've seen him really do well, especially in the bubble. He actually kind of went off and showed he could be a really good player. In his rookie season, he only played 7 games in the bubble, and in only 12 minutes a game, he averaged 6 points, shooting 50% from the field and 44% from 3 while averaging a block. And he did this in literally 12 minutes a game, so I think that's pretty impressive numbers. So far in his career, in the games where he played more than 20 minutes, which is a pretty small sample size, I won't lie, but he did average 9 points and 4 rebounds while shooting 50% from 3. Obviously, those aren't the most impressive numbers in the world, but you also have to realize he only played like 21 or 22 minutes a game in those games. So if he played like 30 minutes or so, he probably would have had like 14 points and 8 rebounds. Literally, anytime this guy has stepped on the court, he has put the ball in the basket at an efficient rate. It's not like he's going on the court and shooting like 30% from the field or 25% from the field. A lot of players do that, but anytime Bol Bol comes in, he's an absolute bucket, and there's no way that guy should be just riding the bench. Here's a crazy stat to hear, bro. In Bol Bol's career so far, there's only been 9 games where he played over 10 minutes, which is just absolutely sad, and Denver should actually be ashamed of themselves. Honestly, I'm just really excited to see how Bol Bol does because honestly, I think he could be a really good scoring big man, very similar to Christian Wood without the strength. To be honest, Bol Bol as a player who is a big man who can like dribble the ball very well for his height, as he is 7'2". He's just a fluid guy. He can beat other big men off the dribble occasionally. He's a very solid shooter, especially at his height. He could definitely be a stretch big. He's not the best finisher because of his lack of like strength, but he still is a guy who is 7'2", so he could definitely catch lobs and things like that. When it comes to the defensive side of the floor, he can guard the perimeter, and he doesn't have the greatest IQ, but he's at least a very good rim protector. And he's actually an underrated passer. He's a guy who could, like, he's not like Nikola Jokic or anything, but he can definitely see the open man and make some pretty impressive passes. I'm not saying he's going to turn into a superstar or anything because we haven't seen him play enough, but I am saying he has a lot of skills that I think can help him turn into a really good player. And in limited play time, he has shown it. The third reason I think Bol Bol going to the Detroit Pistons is a good move is because it just adds to the Detroit Pistons' already solid young core. Bol Bol is a guy who I think could just fit in perfectly because, as I said, they don't have any amazing centers right now. Like Isaiah Stewart looks solid. He looks like he could be a really good backup big or maybe a decent starter at best. But Bol Bol is a guy who I think actually has star potential or at least very good starter potential if he could put his game well together. I think he fits in well because he's literally a center who can shoot the three. He's going to make everyone on his team's life easier for spacing, and he's actually a guy who can catch lobs. The Pistons don't have anyone like that right now. He fits in well with Cade Cunningham, fits in well with Saddiq Bey. He's going to open up a lot of lanes for Saddiq Bey, and hopefully he could be more efficient. I don't know if people still take Killian Hayes seriously, but maybe he could help him, especially in the pick and roll. In my opinion, he's the third most intriguing player on this roster, arguably second, and he's only behind Cade Cunningham and Saddiq Bey, who are two guys who I think can be all-star, and I actually think Cade Cunningham can be a superstar. So getting a guy who can already be the third most intriguing young player on your team, and I actually think he has the second most potential on this team. Like, I don't know if he'll reach it or not, but he definitely has the second most potential on this team. If you're getting a guy like that with all that potential just for Rodney McGruder, who's a below average NBA player who wasn't really helping you that much, that's definitely an amazing move, and Detroit should actually be proud of themselves. The fourth reason I think Bol Bol going to the Detroit Pistons is a great move is because this move obviously gets Bol Bol out of Denver, which is just absolutely amazing news because they were obviously just wasting his talent. Obviously, I'm not in the Denver Nuggets Association. Maybe there were things we didn't hear about that has caused him to get no play time. I heard some people say he was lazy or things like that, and that he's actually not as good as most people think. But when you just look at the talent that he has, I think he should at least be given a chance because a team like Denver is just trying to get better, and if they want to get better, playing Bol Bol would do just that. And giving him absolutely no chance when he's a guy who has shown potential in the little bit of playtime he got was actually disturbing in my opinion, and what they did to him was flat out wrong. I know for sure Bol Bol is going to get a chance in Detroit because they wouldn't have traded for him if they weren't trying to give him a chance, and Detroit is not a team that is like winning any type of game, so they have no reason to sit him. I think they actually have the worst record in the league, so he's definitely going to get a playing time and a real chance, and I honestly think he's going to show a lot of people how good of a player he is. I think he's going to actually break out in Detroit. I'm not saying he's going to go there average 20 points, but I could see him averaging somewhere around 10 to 15 points, showing you that he's a really good shooter and shows some progress on defense. I really hope he does well and proves to Denver that he was like deserving of some type of minutes, because the way they treated him was just absolutely terrible, especially after the bubble. Like, this guy has only played over 10 minutes 9 times in his career, and he's been in the league 3 seasons. And when you don't count the bubble games, he's only played 2 games above 10 minutes. That's just unacceptable. But regardless, I hope he does well, and I think he will do well. I think it's an amazing move for Detroit. And I think this will be one of those moves we look back on and we just clamor at it. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video. Let me know whether or not you think this was a good move by Detroit. Drop a like on this video to help my channel grow. Subscribe to my channel if you want daily NBA content. Also, if you want to reach my goal of 3,000 subscribers, also drop a comment on this video as I do respond to all of my comments. And I'm out.